All right, there we go. Now I'm in here, man. If you in here, go ahead, please hit that like button, share it out. I'm looking rough, dog. Life is rough, dog. I don't know what y'all up to, man. Y'all been watching sports. We got Lakers and Nuggets coming on. We also got Dolphins and Jaguars playing right now. Battle of Florida. Battle of Florida right now, and Dolphins so far they winning. Tonight I got the Nuggets. I got the Nuggets pulling through, beating the Lakers. I'm just hating. I'm telling you, I'm hating because I don't want the Lakers to win. I don't care. I want them to play the Clippers and lose to them. So I'm hating. I don't want Bron to get another ring. Like I said on Twitter, if CP3 can't get a ring, his boy Bron don't deserve to get another one. Which I know, it's whatever. I mean, who y'all think gonna win the games tonight? If you're in the chat, drop them in the chat. But I seen some videos on this, guys, about, and then people have been asking me the value of like degrees or should I go the cert route? Um, and honestly, it really just depends. It's pros and cons. It really not too many cons with certs, but then again, it is. It's just nuance, and it really just depends on the person. Um, like so, for example, when you got schooling, like we all know, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm never gonna push somebody into saying, "Oh, you gotta go to school, you gotta get you a degree." I think times are showing us no, and the fact that people are going to school and leaving with tremendous amount of debt and not being able to get a job in their major has showed everybody that like that might not be the best move, especially when you taking the focus point of like people learning trades or getting factory jobs and like skilled labor jobs out of high schools. It made everyone say, "Oh, the only way I can see is going to school," which is not the case. And you got people still going to school for majors that require them to learn a lot to get paid little. I don't like that. Um, Pretty much. So if you want to say a pro for school, it's the fact, like, granted, right now, HR, I think this is going to change for the next 3 5 years. It just depends on what the rate is of people not going to school anymore. But pretty much, most HR description is going to say, must have a 4 year degree or something like that. And if you don't have it, they may just not even look at you at all, or they may say you have to substitute like 10 years of experience for a degree. Do I think that's fair? No, but at the same time, it's like you had a person that went to school for the sole purpose to get this job. So it's like to give somebody that didn't go to school a job and not give them a shot isn't fair either. So mm, it's pretty much like that. That's what you pretty much you run into when you boil it down to this topic, because most of us went to school so we can get us a job, right? A lot of us didn't know, and this is really a tick. A lot of us didn't know about the certs until close in or whatever. And also, let me bring this in. Like I said, this isn't scripted, so I might just ramble on. But these courses are outdated. A lot of these courses are outdated, and they aren't showing the people that are in school the relative subjects or hands-on applications of stuff what they need to know when they get a job. So they're, for the most part, teaching them vague things. Like when I was back in school, we did. Now, granted, we did do my SQL, but I knew I wasn't going to do database. When it came to coding, they taught us VB, which nobody used. Um, what other class I did? I think I did like 2 coding classes, which didn't really show me much. When I did the forensics class, that was cool because I got to use. I think we used Cain and Abel and something else like that. But so the similar classes, kind of like that forensics class, well, should have been classes I should have had for like 2.5, 3 years for a college degree. On top of, I'm an advocate now of if you're going to make kids go to school, make it like these nursing majors and any other major that requires a practicum. or clinicals not make me, but like I should get real working experience. Granted, if I'm getting unpaid or not for a year and a half, 2 years, and that way when I'm out of school, like I say, I had 2 years experience because I worked at company ABC for 2 years. So that's 2 years experience. Now you got the part where people talk about paid experience, and that's a little more trickier. But yeah, let me see something. Oh shoot. Because we all ran into that. Like me, you know what I'm saying? Think about it. I told y'all in my videos a long time ago that I had got a SEC plus before I graduated undergrad, and I sat on it for almost 3 years. And no, actually, I did sit on it for three to 4 years, and that was because I didn't have any security related experience, but I had IT experience. But then again, it didn't matter because I'm all over the place. But that's another thing. A lot of times when we're going to school for these majors, they don't give you a specialized path. They introduce you to a lot of things, which they should probably do year one. So don't make me take any class I just took in high school. Get me straight into IT, cybersecurity crap. And the first year is going to be discovery year. Then after that, by the end of the year, I'm able to say, okay, I like that path. And then you got a path to go to every single, whatever the university, allows, but you have a path, and kids know focus on, might have things to do, home labs and certs to get. But yeah, and I'm sorry guys, I'm getting all of it, but that's kind of what I started thinking about when I started thinking about, like, in the sense of, how useless college is in some aspects. Now, if we're moving on to certs, as you guys know, I'm an advocate of certs, but I'm an advocate of getting certs to help you do your job better. Of you saying, "Oh, look at me, I got all these certs, I'm so smart," because that it proves, like, what's her name, Tiffany? She was quoting somebody and said that most of the time what certs proves is you know how to take a test good. And I have to agree to that, because I don't think I'm the best test taker. That's why I make sure I over prepare for certs. But sorry, y'all. Certs are valuable when coupled with the right experience and the right something right here. When you couple with the right strategy and what you want to do. Like I said, you'd be hard pressed for somebody to go out and say, "Oh, I got a SEC plus book, and I'm finna go get it in a month," and then they're finna go get offered a job. Now, that'd be nice if a job did that for you, and it was like, "Oh, just go get SEC plus, and then we'll give you like an entry level job." But I will tell you this: if they start doing it like that, it's going to drive some salaries down, because people are going to stop wanting to go to school and just get certs. It's going to drive salaries down, because a lot of times a part of getting that bigger salary is, like, a lot of times they know people either already got a family or they got student loan debt or this or that. So keep in mind, I can see the salaries dropping, right? Eventually, because of that. So if that's what people want, that's fine, but you got to look at the outcome. Because they're going to say, "Oh, what do you need all this money for? You paid $300 for a test. You should be happy with this." Now, is that right? No, because I know the job is that you're going to be doing. So do they. They know that, hey, if a breach happens, we're paying millions of dollars just for possibly the breach, and not even counting what happens to our reputation. So it's trade-offs. I just look at them trying to finesse that, because they already don't want to pay you what you're worth anyway. They want to pay the least amount and make as much money as possible. So guys, just be mindful of that. The certs are good, but the certs don't teach you everything. Like for example, certs don't teach you the soft skills that you're going to need to succeed in a corporate environment. Um, I think it was me and Antoinette last week on well, I am IT training on her IG live. Check out that video. It's my last video I just uploaded, and I think we're talking about one of the things was about a culture fit, and that's a huge one. A lot of times, and this is one of the benefits of school over just getting certifications. But in school, you're putting either group projects that resemble something you would do in the real working world with an actual team. Um, Whereas in certs, you don't do that. It's really all you by yourself. But you got to think about this. We know unless you're just a loner and don't talk to anybody, you're going to always have to work with people and know how to talk to them and know how to get the best information and the best person available. That's one of the things school showed me. School showed me that. School kind of showed me how to maneuver a little bit, along with like some email etiquette. It's just some things I learned in school that I possibly wouldn't have learned if I went a different route. So that culture fit is huge because sometimes you run into that a lot where some people just don't know how to talk to people when it comes to emails. They don't know how to respond. They're a loner. They have big egos. It's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of stuff that happens when you don't have them soft skills when you don't go to school. So, but like I said, don't let me say that be the reason why you choose to go get in debt. I would tell anybody, don't go get in debt for that. So I'm in favor of certs, but you would have to try to find you some internships or create your own business and say, I'm good at this, and give a proposition to small businesses and see what they go for that. You never know. Shoot or shoot. So keep that out there. So by the time maybe a year or two, however many years come around, you possibly can say, hey, I've had my own company for like 5 years and I provided all these services for a multitude of clients. This is why you should hire me. And that's a way to set yourself apart. And honestly, if you did that good, you might not even want to work for anybody. You probably work for yourself. But like I said, it's one of those things. Granted, a lot of companies don't even know what cybersecurity is and what it means, what it entails. That's why you see even bigger companies now, like once you're in this vein and you're on LinkedIn and your resume's out there, you'll start seeing them reaching out to you. Oh yeah, we're trying to bolster our cybersecurity defense in our department, and we see that XYZ, because a lot of times they don't know. They took it for granted. Years ago, people told them, hey, more and more things are being connected to the internet. We have more data that's coming through. We're not really using paper as much as we used to. Let's make sure that we secure this. And some people say, we'll be okay. And you've seen that. You've seen the breaches, and most of the time they come from negligence. They're not really from the workers. It's from negligence, from upper management. Somebody told them this could happen, and they probably said, oh, we'll accept that risk. That's known as risk acceptance. And we'll be doing on risk and how companies treat risk and their risk acceptance eventually. But that's one thing I can see for certification. I forgot what the guy's name was. I just stumbled upon this channel today, but also networking. So one of the things you can't buy is networking. Going to school, being active, different clubs, talking to different people is huge because you never know who you meet. You never know whose dad owns what company, and you can't beat that. Like word of mouth about your character and how you interact with people is golden. I remember one of my jobs, I worked with a guy who he was working there just because he went to church with somebody. And granted, I'm talking about school, but I'm just saying in general, it's networking. The guy networked, I guess, when somebody said, oh, I do this, and that's what happened. So that's one of the things, the good skills that school does teach you about talking to people. It's hard because you don't really want to be to yourself too much. Let's see. Hang on, guys. I muted this, but I'm gonna try to say something in the chat. You in the chat, say something back. You never know what I'll do. But that was one of the things also I said about networking. Like I said, it looks good on your resume because HR is going to say, well, he might not have the most experience, but this person was able to, retain information at a high level in a 4-year degree program, and we're going to reward him with that because everybody can't finish. Everybody's not cut out for school. That don't mean you're smarter than somebody just because you finished school or that. But I mean, everybody isn't cut out for it. It's not everybody's cup of tea. So I believe a lot of us are getting rewarded when we have degrees. And I know sometimes people on the outside looking in was like, man, I could do this, but I don't have a degree. And I feel that pain too, man. Eventually it's going to get to the point where it's just both. I don't know how they're going to tear it out because I don't think, now hear me out, if the person has a lot of experience and they don't have a degree, that's different. But if the person don't have experience, but they hired them and don't have a degree, they shouldn't be making the same much as the person with the experience and a degree. And some people be upset at that, but I mean, it is what it is until they do something different with all these loans and stuff like that, because, that person is going to keep on job hopping so they can take care of their family and take care of their debts. I mean, for the most part, college has prices increased and salaries haven't increased that much. Houses prices are increasing. So, I can see it both hands with everybody. And look, I know y'all probably watching like, man, this dude is rambling. So right now, what I'm going to say is, which one is better, school or certification? I would say it depends in your situation. That's what I'm going to say. Like I said, I gave you some of the reasonings for school. I gave you some of the reasons for certs. I'm probably going to get some cons, but I say it depends on your situation. Honestly, while I'm going through this, I'll probably make this more concise so people can follow along and get more from it. But one of the cons I said about certs is, of course, not networking. But like I said, and this could happen in school too, but it's rare that somebody gets through school like this and cheats all the time. But now in certs, you can cheat. Like I said, if you can finish something in a week, you know what I'm saying? You feel like you should get that job over that 4-year person. Sure, you might feel like, oh, I'm smart. I just got the SEC Plus or the GSEC or CEH or whatever cert you got in a week. I don't know. Like it's just one of them things. If it was that easy, like I said, everybody be out here killing it. I don't think this is a position. I don't think these are positions for everybody. I feel like everybody can do different things, but just because, you know what I'm saying, you saw it, if you don't have a passion for it, you're just doing it till you want to make money, it's not on you. Really, anything you do, if you're just trying to do it for the money, you're not going to last long. Let me tell you that now. I don't know what that notification was, but sorry about that, guys, man. Y'all know me. I really don't do this, but if y'all do decide to come back in here and watch this, go in the comments and let me know what I left out. Like I said, this is probably like a brainstorm, a rough draft of how sometimes I think, and that's why I have to script my stuff out to make it more sense so I can stay on topic, because it's how I just get them rambling. I'm going to drop a jewel in here. I may not have. Like I said, Nuggets in 7. Broncos hurt. Hey guys, also check out in the description. I have done the soft lunch for textual consulting. Check out my other videos, and if you think you want to get consulted by me and need a resume done or career coach help, check out the page and the consultation. And I appreciate anybody that's still here on the live. But yeah, I'm finna end the broadcast and I'm finna try to watch some of these sports. Boy, HD, I'm out.